Yeah, thanks a lot. Today was a great match. I think maybe Mackenzie could have didn't show his best level maybe, but I played a great match. Was feeling the ball great, serving great, hit some good winners, so was feeling really good out there, and that's the most important. I'm happy about it.
Anyone in the room? Matt?
Yeah, I mean, looking at you play out there, you certainly felt more comfortable and happier with what you were doing. I was curious, when you feel that comfort, what is it where does it start from?
I don't think any tennis player knows where exactly, because there are for sure days where you feel a little bit worse on the court, and for sure days where you feel better. You don't really know where it's coming from. The thing that you can make is to put all the chances on your side, to how to say, to make everything outside of the court or on practice court just before the match, so that during the match you're going to have the best chances to feel your best, even if it doesn't happen all the time. That's what I've been trying to do since long time. Has been working well for me most of the times, and yeah, that's the most important.
If you end up playing Andre in the next round, will you guys talk to each other the next couple days?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know about other tennis players, but for me it seems like, I would say, 95% of the guys, it's part of our job. We're going to play each other maybe 10 more times in our careers, 15, and for sure it's, I mean, almost 100% is not going to be 15-0 for somebody, so it's our job. We can talk just before the match. Of course, during the match, we're going to try to win, fight for our best, and you never know. Sometimes you can maybe even not fight on the court, but like argue on the court or something, because we're competitors. But after the match, we're great friends, so there is no rivalry in this part of competition, I would say.
Karen?
In general, if you were to have an injury, would you rather keep it to yourself, or do you mind if your opponents know?
To be honest, depends what it is, because it happened to me once against Wawrinka in US Open quarters, where I actually, in the first set, I thought I'm going to retire from the match. I was super lucky to win the first set. I was doing drop shots and going to the net. Like, I didn't care because I thought I'm going to retire. I won the first set, so I thought, okay, I will not retire after winning the first set. And then the painkiller started working. I started feeling better. I was lucky it was 2 days off, not one after this match. So I had a small strain, not a tear, but a strain. And I managed to work a lot with the physios to get it better. So at this moment, for example, everybody could see it on TV. Sometimes I can cramp at the end of the match or something, and nobody will see it because I'll try to keep it just for myself. Otherwise, the opponent gonna think, okay, I will be all over him. So it depends what you have and what you think to do after. If you think you're gonna retire or not, things like this.
Nick?
Daniil, as you've matured in your career, that's right. As you've matured in your career, I mean, into the quarterfinals now, what's been the sort of mentality change coming into a major where you expect yourself to go far, but it's much easier said or easier for us to watch you do it, and for you as a player to expect it and then pace yourself for 2 weeks of top tennis?
I think two of the most important things, at least for me, first is experience, because it's different. You know, you have always a day off between matches, which you don't have on normal tournaments. It's out of 5 sets. You need to... It's not that first games of the match you're gonna hold yourself, but you need to know that, okay, you cannot give it all in the first set, you know, kind of. You have to take care about yourself also, about your body. And I think the other thing is that when you're seated higher, that's when you can have a little bit easier draws, you know, like even the US Open I made final, I was supposed to play Djokovic in quarters and Federer in the semis. Finally, I played Wawrinka and Dimitrov, which is a little bit easier than playing Novak, who has 18 Grand Slams and stuff like this. And I remember, for example, Australian Open, when I made first round in a slam, I was feeling great, playing a great level, but I had Novak in the fourth round. I was the only one to take a set from him. It was a great match, but I lost in the first round. So these two things, I find them the most important.
Last one in the room, Craig?
Daniil, it is Andre. He's got through, and so the fact that you're close friends, does it make it any easier or make it tougher?
For me, it doesn't make a difference because, as I said, on the tennis court, we're gonna try to win. Doesn't matter. If you can win 0-0 and 0, you're gonna make it. You're not gonna give 2 games at the end to say, okay, he's my close friend, so I'm gonna give him 2 games. If you need to win 7-6 in the fifths, you're gonna try to make it. I think it's the same for him. But as I say, before the match or after the match, unless there is a huge fight, which I doubt during the match, you're just gonna say, one of us gonna say congrats to another one. We'll be disappointed with the result, but we'll move on and we'll have many more matches to come. So for me, it doesn't make a difference, to be honest.
Call him Yannick?
Sorry?
Will you call him Yannick?
No, otherwise he would not be happy after the match.
We'll go to online questions. Thank you. Our first one from ESPN. Willie, thank you.
Daniil, how has what the world has endured the last year affected your understanding and appreciation of the privilege to play?
I mean, I always felt privileged to play tennis, especially to earn money playing tennis, because that's something I like. Sure, there can be tough moments during your career, but that's something I like doing. If you manage to be good at it, you're gonna make a good living. So I'm happy about it, and for sure, when we had tennis stop for such a long time, I knew at one moment it's gonna come back. So I practiced. I knew that at one moment I will need to show a good level again. So, but it makes you appreciate more things like the crowd. Here we had it, now we don't have it, and we feel like we are missing it. So hopefully in a few days we're gonna have it again. It's the same with everything.
From Inside Tennis Magazine, Bill, your question, thanks.
I can't hear you.
Take yourself off mute, please, Bill.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, thanks.
Congrats. You were just mentioning the very top players in our game. If you had to reflect on between Roger and Rafa and Novak, the question of who's really the strongest or the best, who would you say and why?
For me, all of the three, because even no matter how much Grand Slams, how many Grand Slams they will have at the end of their career, what they did in tennis is amazing. Because I remember when Sampras beat the record of the Grand Slams, I was really young, but I remember all the news, sport news saying that, okay, this record is forever, you know, just like Messi and Ronaldo doing in football. And then the 3 games came and they not just beat the record, to be honest, they destroyed the record, you know, they were like 13, you know, what is this number, you know? And it's amazing because, for example, me, I'm 25, I'm playing good tennis, I feel like I'm one of the top players in the world. I have 0 slams, and imagine for me to get to 20, I need to win 5 years in a row, every slam. And Roland Garros, I'm not so good so far. So 5 years in a row, I need to win every slam against an amazing opponent, 5-set matches, not be injured. So that's ridiculous numbers, and for me, they're the 3 for sure greatest players in the history of tennis.
Final question, thank you, from the Associated Press. Howard, thank you.
Hi, Daniil. When you were growing up, were your tennis idols or favorite players Russian players or from elsewhere? Who were they? And I'm also wondering separately how big a deal in Russia it'll be to have 3 quarterfinalists here.
Yeah, first of all, it's going to be amazing if Andrei wins. It's going to be for sure 1 Russian in the semis then. Hopefully 2.
He did, by the way.
Ruud retired. Okay, yeah. I didn't know. Okay, so it's amazing. It's definitely 1 Russian in the semis, 3 Russian in quarters. I'm not sure if it's the first time in the history, but probably. And it's great for our sport. We are both with Andrei really happy for Aslan because he was practicing good in ATP Cup. We felt like he can do something amazing, but to be honest, being in your first Grand Slam main draw and making quarters is something exceptional, and he's not over yet. So let's see how he does tomorrow. And talking about idols growing up, yeah, for sure, I loved watching Russians play, and I was always supporting them. And after, I never had an idol because I always wanted just to be myself. I didn't want to be like someone else. But for sure, after when I watched, say, Roger and Rafa playing all the finals, it was just great to watch. And I never even supported anyone exactly in these matches. I just like to watch it.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes our